Larry here with you. I wasn't gonna do a build log on this, but I figured, yeah, why not? The model group I belong to came up with something weather in the name, like is in stormy weather and Spitfire hurricane and tornado and blah blah blah. So I have had this kit in my freaking closet for years, and this is Blue Thunder. So I was like, ah, shit, okay, let me put it together for next month's model build. I got most of the parts cut off the sprue and painted. They're in the garage right now. I'll pick it up in the garage. But this is one of those kits that did not come in a box. Actually, it came in this plastic bag. And from what I read online, there was a company out of Korea, I guess, Kitchen or something like that, that got a hold of the molds and reproduced, made them out of the Monogram. So this is the Monogram. This is the 1/32. Let me zoom in there with you. So, but anyway, so far the kit's going together pretty good. Another thing I had in the stash was this 1/32 pilot. So I pulled him out. I'm not sure he's gonna fit. So I got it's one of those resin deals. Problem is he's a jet aviator, not a helicopter pilot. So I might have to do a little creative carving to make it work. But all right, so this is just gonna be a quick build log on this. So all right, let me till the next stage. See ya. Alright, just gave the cockpit pieces a shot of some light gray, and then kind of went over some of the smaller panels in a darker gray. And ooh, I got a frog strangler going on out there. Back cockpit, back of the cockpit, little khaki. Need to tone that down a little bit, and do the buttons. And then those are the inner part of the seats, khaki. And like I said, I'll kind of weather them up a little bit so they look like they're been well used. Then the instructions call to paint front part of the sidewalls in the same light gray as the cockpit. So I mean that part will be exposed. All right, let me tune out here. I'm using those as a reference. It's about the only thing I can find for the damn Blue Thunder. So anyway, online I don't have the movie, so I can't look at any screen grabs. But anyway, so that's what I'm using for the reference on the cockpit. As you can see, there's a lot of detail that needs to be painted into my stuff. So. Alright, let me get out of here because it's pouring like hell down there and I hear the thunder rolling in. So, alright, after this. Alright, finishing up on the Blue Thunder. That's the back wall. So I used a olive drab kind of khaki, whatever the hell you want to pronounce it, on the cushion part. And then I have markers. Believe it or not, I use markers to do the buttons and the controls. Very fine tip, like a .05 kind of thing. Worked out pretty well. I like that. This is the centerpiece that goes up overhead between the I was going to say between the seats, but there's only one seat above the in the cockpit. But it goes goes up overhead, and again, painted it light gray. Used fine tip markers to do the lines and the control buttons surfaces. Like I said, it came out pretty good. Liked it. Here's the cockpit floor. Same thing, painted it light gray. Used the fine tip markers to do the outline of the control panels. Different colored markers, red, green, some amber to do the controls, black on the buttons. Then I can't get too close on this, it just goes out of focus crazy. But that's the keyboard. So painted that white, let it dry, and then I took my fine tip marker again and just kind of poked the center of each key, kind of, you know, each key's got a letter. So anyway, that's the way I did that. So pretty happy with the way they came out. Let's go back to the center piece here. I cut out, move it, get here. I cut out here, I cut out here, and I cut out, what the hell is it? I'm lost here. Oh, it's upside down. Okay. Well, get back in frame. I cut out here, I cut out here, and I cut out this slot here. What I have is some acetate. I'll put behind it and then throw in some SMDs just to show it. This part here, I think that was the thermal imager. These had like blue text, like I think this one, so, and then this one here was just another little screen. So we'll go from there. But that's the next step. I'm waiting for this to dry. Again, painted it light gray. Went in on the individual panels. Some of them I painted like a darker, like a sky, not a sky gray. The console. Oh shit! Get back in there. The consoles were done in like a sky gray, and then the back part was done in a dark gray. So it worked out pretty well. And then for the compass and the other instrument, you know, white center, and then again with the markers on the little digits. So getting there. All right, moving on. Alright, so there's the cockpit. I have, get on screen. So there's a blue SMD behind this screen. There's a blue SMD there. There's a white one back here and a red one here. And right now this thing is washed out, but these, oh shit, stop looking past the damn fucking viewfinder. These two are a flickering blue, and they are very blue. And like I said, this thing is just washing them out. That's green. This thing is very red. Like I said, it's being washed out. What I had done with this screen was I have some acetate. I have some of this stuff here. It's semi-translucent. I just took my markers and made like the heat signature out of orange and red and a little bit of green, some blue. In the naked eye it looks good. This, like I said, this thing's washing it out, so this will be going in there. So there's 4 SMDs lighting that thing up. And I'll show you where I'm at with the rest of the cockpit. Alright, so I started assembling the cockpit. As you can see, I got the back wall in. Got the little SMD sitting in the back there. I don't have this screen in here yet because it's drying off to the side right now, and then I'll put that in there. But I mean, overall it's starting to look pretty good. Let me get back up here, but it's moving along. So alright, that's where we're at. Alright, I don't know if you can see it, but I went in and put a little bit of solar res over the instruments, particularly, you know, the screens. So I got the screen in there on the console. There again, that's just done with green marker, black marker on the acetate. I'll backlight that, but like I said, I went in and it's not focusing, but like I said, put a little solar res in there and make it look like a CRT screen. And then same thing over here in each one of those screens. I put a drop of solar res in it, hardened it, so make it look like a screen. So, all right, moving on. Alright, these are the little TV cameras that go on either side of the fuselage. So this side I got R for red and then green, so let's see, port is red. So what you got is a red and then a white, and I used an SMD, yeah, 402. What I did was I took a piece of fucking blank, damn fiber optic. Yeah, there we go. Took a piece of fiber optic and just kind of bent it at a 90 degree. Just gave it a little bit of heat and bent it 90 degrees, so it goes in and bends. And what I did was one of these is longer, so it goes further down into the hole. This one here is a little shorter, and I used a the two-part epoxy. You know, you just kind of, it's like clay. So I used that to hold it in place, and then butt up the SMD to the base of the fiber optic to hold it. You know, just kind of pressed it in so that the fiber optic and the SMD were like butted up together. Let it dry, and then I went in with the white glue. Basically, I just used an Elmer's and glued it all in place. So that's the right. So this one will be red, and then this one's the left one. Left one, right one, right one, green. So when they're dry, I can show you what they look like. I have to trim down the fiber optic. I'll do that after I get everything painted. Like I said, this is you know, the TV and the thermal, yeah, TV and thermal imager. Say it. All right, so that's that. Steady cam. All right. So here's a TV screen, or yeah, TV cameras. The navs on the side. They need to be cleaned up. I got some light leaks, but I just barely got them filled on the seams. So once I get them cleaned up, they'll be ready to go. I left them deliberately long because when I do the painting, it's going to be easier to clean them off, you know, cut them back. So but anyway, I'm waiting on the board. And I get it all glued to the fuselage, and then you know, run the board through and go from there. So alright, that is, I guess, one of the final pieces, and we'll go from there. So now we can get it all together as soon as that board comes in. Alright. Alright, so what I got here are the spotlights. I can't see. Again, I put a white SMD into each one of these, and then just Elmer glued them. You know, basically Elmer glue is the same thing as canopy glue. So I grooved that base piece, and what I'll do is I'll after the white glue dries and the SMD is in place, I'll lay the wire in place and then just putty over it, and we should be good. So again, when the glue dries, I will show you what that looks like. And here are my two spotlights. So I got the two SMDs in it, and they're lit up pretty good. Like I said, you don't want to overpower it. I mean, you know, this is a scale model, so that's looking pretty good right now. So, all right, next on to the TV. Alright, so working on the tail section. The top, get my pointer in here. This top part, the bulb that's on the top of the tail is a flashing red. Right, so basically I put an SMD, same thing I did with the TV cameras and that. Put a little blob of the 2-part epoxy. Pushed it down so that my fiber optic is in the putty, and then I put the SMD, butted it up against the end of the fiber optic. Let the 2-part epoxy dry, because it's, you know, it's probably like 5-10 minutes, and it dries solid. Then I went back and I just put some white glue over the fiber optic again. Basically, it comes out the top. And I just put a little kink in it here, so to bend it over so I can put the light, so it goes around the tail rotor. This one is a white solid. I don't believe it blinks. I gotta double check. But again, piece of fiber optic, I think 1 mil, comes through. Put a blob of 2-part epoxy, pushed it in, pushed my SMD at the end of this, let it dry, and then I went back in and I put my white glue in to hold the wires. And what I'll do is I'll run them down into the thing here where I'll have my post. I gotta double check. I can't remember if there's a get you in camera. Move that camera. Can't remember if there's a blinking light either. Get you up here. Can't remember if there's a blinking light under here or over here. In fact, as soon as I'm done here, I'm gonna go double check. If there is, then I'll just put another piece of fiber in it. And as you can see, you know, the instructions tell you to paint this the same light gray. And I believe the come on, volume. Let's stop looking through the. I'm looking past the damn viewfinder, so my bad. So the top of the cockpit, or the instrumentation, should be black. I'll paint that when I get ready to put this thing together. So it's coming along pretty good. Like I said, the model club. Their theme for this month was something weather, you know, weather related in the name of the plane, whatever the hell it is. So, you know, like I said, Blue Thunder. So dug it out of the stash, building it up. That's it for now, till it's all dry. So, all right. Alright, so as you can see, I got my SMDs. Oh, get my hand out of the way. Laid in there. I got a red here. white, and I did basically what I did with the TV cameras. I just butted up the SMD to the end of my fiber optic, and you know, as you can see, it's transmitting light. Here again, it's washed out, so got a red one here and white there, and it is transmitting. So I'm gonna leave the length alone. Get it. I'm gonna leave the length alone until after it's all painted, and then I'll trim it back. So what I'm waiting for is the board for my nav lights and that, so that'll get tied into it. So alright, yeah, drunk in here. Alright, I ordered this board from Evans Design over the weekend. Actually, I think it was Friday. And this is Monday. So, I guess it got here pretty quick. But for, I think it was 15 bucks. With shipping, it was like $19. So, this is the board I'm going to use for the Blue Thunder. And essentially what it is just an aircraft board. Go up here. This is the way I typically do these boards, you know, with antenna controls. And actually, this is the first time in a long time I've used Evans Design. But as you can see, I have the double blink on the left, which what the hell does he call it? I don't know, wing strobe. And then you got the flasher in red, and then you got anti-collision, which is the third one over, and then the one on the far right is just a solid power, which you can use up to 5 LEDs at 20 microamps. You know, I guess to use it for the cockpit. You know, I have to go back and look and see what the SMDs kind of use up. So I may be able to put all the SMD solid ones for the cockpit on that one circuit. So I figured I'd show you to you. Like I said, not bad for you know, 15 bucks for, you know, some winkies and blinkies. And he provides everything but the LEDs. And these connections here are the pins. So you got a pin and a plug, pin and a plug, pin and a plug, pin and a plug, which, you know, which is pretty good. I like it. I have to use this more often, so I'll check him out more often. So anyway, like I said, this is what I'm going to use for the Blue Thunder. Been waiting for it, so now I can start sealing up the. I can start sealing it up. All right. Alright, doing the canopy for the Blue Thunder build, and I'd figure I'd show you this. So I got the outside. Outside was easy to mask off. Doing the inside, and basically what I'm doing on the inside is, if you can see the light blue there on that very front panel, just using that as the tracing board, so you can see through it. You know, both sides of you can see through the back tape, looking through the front tape, and just using that as a guide. So it's coming out. So it's one of the last few things to do. I got the last of the parts glued to the helicopter, so right now we're just kind of getting this done, and then primer it and paint it up. All right. Alright, the decals for this thing were crap. The registration was way off. So what I had done, you know, just remasked it, followed the prints that I had.
of the red markings on the canopy. So I'll show you what it looks like when I get it off. So there. Fumble. Alright, need to do a little bit of cleanup on some of the pillars. Leftover decal residue, so I couldn't scrape it off. So I just mask it and paint it. But yeah, that came out a lot better than the damn decal. Alright, yeah, definitely gotta polish up the window, so. Alright, do those couple of things and then I'm gonna call this done. See ya. Alright, so Larry back here. Take a look at my messy bench, and this is Blue Thunder. So, after almost a month delay between Helen and Milton getting my damn life back together, getting ready to wire back up. So I'm just testing out the board, make sure I got everything labeled. I've got this canopy back on. It's down. I got the Gatling gun on. It's glued in. Let me just say that the damn canopy doesn't fit very well. Of course, this whole model's been kind of boofed, but it's looking alright. It's not perfect. You know, decals are not registered right, but anyway. Alright, so figure I'd give you a shot. It's kind of how it's going to be laid out. Little board, basically, get in shot. So basically the board will be over here. That's that Evans lighting board. That'll be over there. I got my button in, and it'll run off a 9-volt battery. So it'll be tucked into the base fairly well. So, all right. So next pop, I'll have it all wired up and sitting in the base. So till then. See ya. Alright, so here we are at the end of October. I've got Blue Thunder back together. Had some issues with it. Let's see. The biggest thing was the damn decals not being registered. So I wound up painting on the red stripes. Nothing I could do about the yellow decals. I've got the gun turret glued in that position. It turns, but it doesn't go up and down. It just flops down. It was just so loose. Cleaned up the canopy really well. Overall, came out pretty good. Broke the damn tail twice, so I had to fix that. But overall, came out pretty good. Gave it a flat coat, so give it a little bit of weathering, that model makeup. So yeah, underneath here. So get a close up into the cockpit. So alright, let me light it up. got the spotlights. Got the computer screen in there. Got the console. So, yeah, get in there, glare. Lighting in here right now sucks, so you can see the back wall. Inside markers. So, tail. And then red. Should be red. Oop. I guess collision lights. Well, that's it for now. So, throw in a couple of spills. Go from there. So, alright. Again, sorry for the bad lighting.